my spot.
Mhm.
George. George with a
Yeah, I've also been on the ropes of I don't know if we'll have a healer or anything yet. And I don't know if how much role playing is in this. Is it kind of like similar to Ghost of Saltmarsh, or maybe a little more role play heavy or more combat heavy?
Honestly, I've not read the whole adventure yet, so
Fair,
I
I guess.
mean,
DBD.
I imagine it would be pretty similar to average campaign,
Okay.
but I mean, a lot of it's what you make of it. If you guys go around not talking to anyone, just being murder hobos, well, there'll be a lot of combat, not a lot of RP. But then on the other hand, if you know, if you're clever, you could probably talk your way out of or otherwise avoid most combat encounters, aside from maybe random encounters.
That's
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, regarding party balance, I sort of disagree with Scott that all parties need a healer.
Yeah, but Scott really likes to have a hard on for every party having a healer, even though I feel like if you play around, like, I was telling Lane in the car because we went to Vintage Talk together, I was like, I feel like if we play well and we have proper potions, you can get by relatively well in most combat without it.
Yeah.
Healing is more of the you fucked up. Like, a healer being required is more of the you fucked up.
And I'm trying to make stuff like potions a little bit more available than they've been in some of the past campaigns we've done. But
yeah.
And, be a little bit more careful and make more use of short rests, but
Yeah.
healers are not required by any means.
Hey, but then you gotta convince Scott that he doesn't need to play a healer if somebody else isn't.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, he seems like one of those. He's pretty set in the ways of every party should have a healer in D&D.
Yeah, he likes his party balance.
Hey, man. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of similar in Fire Emblem. So, in Fire Emblem, I always felt like I had to heal everybody with just a healer. But as I've played it more, it's like, hey, these little vulneraries, which just heal for 10 health, these are pretty dope. I like to use these a lot now. Like, in terms of just playing the game, like, quote-unquote well, which usually just means playing it fast, not turtling, playing it pretty fast without, too much risk. Using, like, healing items is actually, like, the way to go because it lets you play way faster since otherwise your healers are, often in danger. Obviously, you still, like, a healer is good to have, but you don't rely on them for all the healing. You use your items as you get them and you don't fucking hoard them. And then, you can just keep playing fast and lose without having to worry about death all the time. Which I feel like that's kind of a similar thing for D&D. It's like if you play it well, you can, avoid. You can still, do stuff and not die, but
you just have to get creative with it, rather than, relying on buying all of them. Maybe, you've got a rogue or two in a party. Maybe they go and steal some potions.
Yeah.
Maybe
I fucking mug the shop owner. And then kill him after I've mugged. Maybe I just kill a shop owner. Maybe I'll murder hobo the shop owner. Lock the door and kill him.
Gotta go through a chase scene to get away from the town guard.
No. We're gonna lock the shop door. We're gonna bar the windows with curtains, and then we're gonna kill him, lock him in a chest, key, and flee.
One thing I'll point out that may be of use at some point that I don't think has come up in previous one-shots we've done on here. If you notice at the top, you should have a couple, like top left, should have a landing page and then Icewind Dale.
Oh, okay.
You can actually choose which map or which view you're looking at out of which ones I've given you available to look at.
Okay.
If you click on one, it loads it up. So, like in this case, Icewind Dale is like basically the region map for this campaign.
The overworld.
And it's set to be always available, so whenever we're anywhere, you can be like, oh, where are we at, or where are we going? Hop over to this map, You know, or
Yeah.
what was the name of that town that was north of East Haven or something?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Oh, nothing much. What about you?
Nothing crazy. Just got done grinding away on the house a little bit ago. So.
That's fair.
Same old, same old. So
Mm-hmm.
I chipped my teeth somehow while driving.
grinding your teeth that hard at the traffic, huh?
Fucking apparently. I ordered some guards now because I actually got a dentist appointment set up last week, but they couldn't take new patients until literally June 30th.
Oh wow.
So I literally all right, I guess I ordered some stuff off Amazon, just some guards to use at night. Yeah, apparently I've been fucking grinding my teeth like crazy at night or something, because holy shit. Yeah, I just chipped one of my, whatever tooth it is, the very far back left in the upper layer, just fucking chipped a small bit off when I was driving. I was like, fuck?
Jesus,
Okay.
dude, that's crazy.
Luckily it's not hurting to eat or anything, but I have a slight headache, which is probably part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, it's
dang,
not
bro.
like yeah, so I was like, all right, at least I can still eat and drink shit without it hurting, so that's good.
You know what those old people always told you about eating candy now, don't you?
They're the ones who gave me all the hard candy, god damn it.
Yeah. Here, enjoy this crystalline sugar.
Enjoy this rock. Alright, what kind of characters are you guys thinking of making? I know Elena talked about possibly a monk. What about you, Jacob? You got any character in mind already?
Can I play as a god? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, to be fair, I could make a Zeus character. I'll use nothing but lightning magic.
There you go.
I'll be a shitty god.
Yeah.
Shit
Up and comer.
wizard.
Yeah.
I can.
Is there an access key that I need to have for this?
It'd be the same one I gave you last time. Let's see
Okay.
if... yeah. Our DM between each other and
Yeah, okay, alright, gotcha.
yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've got a few ideas for characters. I'm kind of torn between them. There's no polar bear for a druid to shapeshift into, is there? Because that would fucking be great for this. I would love it if there was a coyote wouldn't be bad for this kind of environment. Because the druid was one of them, and shapeshifting would be a big thing, but I don't know when or if you could even turn into a fucking polar bear as a druid, if that's in the basic rules or not.
let's see. Do challenge rating.
And if it did, what fucking level would I have to get up to for that shit? Would it be level 9 or something?
Yeah, I am looking that up now.
Turn to beasts with a certain CR or lower.
Yeah. Let's see. Druid. Wild shape. With your beast shape ability, you get a CR of 1/4 at level 2, 1/2 at level 4, and 1 at level 8.
What is bear or polar bear?
That's what I'm looking at. There's a polar bear stat block. It is CR2.
Fuck.
For the sake of a campaign like this, I would allow you could use a stat block of a brown bear of CR1 or a black bear of CR 1/2. And for flavor, make them white.
Yeah, that's still gotta get to level 8.
Well, a black bear CR of 1/2, level 4.
Oh, black bear, sure. I thought you said 1.5 black bear.
Oh, no. CR of 1/2.
Oh, that's probably why instead of saying just a half, you said 1/2, and so I assumed 1.5. Okay. Oh, maybe.
So, yeah.
Because I kind of want to play the chaotic druid who will fight anybody who is mean to nature. That includes players and NPCs and enemies alike. If you start cutting down a tree and I don't agree with it, there will be PvP if I do this character. That's one thing that would have to be established. This guy loves nature a lot.
Well, fortunately for
What
you,
if I
there
play
are
as a character that
forests.
hates nature?
He loves nature this much. He'd be a big nature lover.
Oh, I see.
I am the nature lover, and I love nature.
And that gives you an idea of how much
A
this guy would love
lot.
nature. Well, Brave Sorcerer in Jacob's campaign and my paladins.
Mm-hmm.
Druid would be give me a different flavor of it.
Yeah, definitely.
You can break druids pretty easily too.
Yeah, that's I don't necessarily know how to break druids myself. I don't fucking know shit about druids. I haven't looking anything up, but here's my D. How would you fucking make a?
So when I go to the little party tab or the actors directory,
Mm-hmm.
is there supposed to be a option down at the bottom that says create actors? Or am I just supposed to edit my personal one that says Jacob on it and just change that?
Just change that. I
Okay.
gave everybody their own name, just so I could keep track of
Okay.
who was what before
Okay,
they
cool.
named them.
Gotcha.
Fuck, I guess there's honestly not a whole lot of creation I need to go into for a level 1 druid per se. So
It's not the most complex thing ever. At level 1 at least.
Whatcha? What do we got? Did I just fucking roll a standard point array? No, I rolled slightly fucking worse than a standard point array, I think. That's
Hell
what,
yeah, bro.
15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just rolled slightly more average. No, it's just slightly averaged out. There's no 8, but there's a 9 and a 10. And then a fucking... Yeah, this fucking
You
sucks.
rolled
oh,
1 point below the standard
Fucking-
array.
Oh, it's 70. Fucking crap.
Get wrecked, bro.
Fucking suck. Oh. Alright. Wisdom is the casting spell for druids, right?
Um,
That's what I read. I read wisdom's a dump stat, so I'm assuming it's fucking... Or intelligence is a dump stat, so I'm assuming it's...
yes, wisdom is your spellcasting ability.
It's like Dex and Con after that.
Yeah, Dex and Con are probably the
Oh,
best
not.
after that.
Whoa. Alright. I don't even know what race is good for fucking druid.
I don't know if there's any that are particularly good or bad for it.
Either.
I mean, there are several that bump up wisdom. Those might not be bad if you're looking for something that specifically helps.
It's a firebolt. Furbolt. Furbolt.
Make a pretty good druid. Yeah, even in the description of him, one of the paragraphs is entitled Natural Druids.
So it makes sense.
And with a +1 to the strength there, it'd also bump your strength up to 0 instead of the -1 it's sitting at.
Make it bro.
Are you guys using some kind of character mancer?
There, if you've not seen it yet, under the journal entries, it's 2 tabs over from the tab that has your character sheet on it.
Uh-huh.
There's a character creation guide that should walk you through how it is set up. There's not quite a character mancer like, yeah, not quite the same as Roll20's character mancer, at least not yet. But it comes pretty close, I think.
Port. Right. Raise. Question. In my features under passive ability, I have Furbolg Magic. What is the best way to... I can use it once per short or long rest, and basically allows me to cast a magic or disguise. What is the best way to make it an active ability? Like hidden?
Let's see, where is that?
It's in my features under passive.
All right. So you get one use of
Either.
yeah. All right. So what we'll do?
I assume it would just have uses, and I would just cast it and then take the uses from 1 to 0, kind of like hidden step. And I would obviously just declare whichever one I'm casting from it.
That's actually a better way that we can do that. Details. Limited use 1 per charges. Read the right one.
Scott, forget about tonight.
Hope not.
So, since I'm level 1, do I need to worry about all these special circles of Druid right now, or no?
No.
Because I'm assuming though that's the subclasses you get at 3.
Yeah, I think it may be 2 for druids, but yeah.
Okay. Well, either way, I don't have to worry about it right now. I can just use the Druid from the character thing, or the class.
Yeah, you get your subclass at level 2.
Okay. Oh yeah, I do. I get Druid Circle 2. Wild Shape, Wild Companion. Okay, so just level 1 from this. That's all I need. Average. 2 proficient. Definitely got to do nature. That'd be masochistic if I didn't, in survival. I'd be masochistic if I didn't take this.
I think, yeah.
Just to make sure I remember right, finesse weapons can use dex, right? Instead of strength. That's the way they're determined.
Yeah. Yeah, you can choose which one you use. All right, let's test this. Yeah, perfect.
Oh.
All right, so for your reference, the way I set that up, on the attributes tab on that main tab, I set up under resource 1.
Oh, so fireball magic.
Fireball magic, yeah. You know, 1 of 1, the checkbox on short rest there. Then under
I think it's short or long. I think it works on both.
Oh, if it'll let you check both, I guess both works. So it should give you back anything you would get at a short rest when you do a long rest.
Okay,
But,
it should.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it should.
Should, but I could also just do that until we test it out. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's just the way to see how much I've got of it.
Then on the spells themselves, we go into details. Rather than doing, you know, limited uses 1 of 1 per short rest, we go down 1 below that, the resource consumption. Hit attributes and resources.primary value, and then put a little 1 in the box.
I'm opening this guy's sub detail.
I filled it in already, but you can take a look.
I know, but I'm taking a look at it again.
Oops, I'm closing all the.
Okay, attribute, primary resource, primary value. Okay, I kind of see. Making it a different resource than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Yep.
And then whenever if you're out of your Fearbulk magic, if you try and cast a spell, one of those 2 spells, it'll give you an error. It'll say something like you're out of that resource.
Oh, so it's asking for that first resource tab in the attribute. And okay, I see.
Yeah, so it'll automatically check that first resource there, see if there's a 1 there. If there is, it'll let you cast a spell. If not, it'll give you a little error message and it won't cast.
That's kind of cool. That's neat.
Yeah, and that way both of them get tied back to that same value rather than being able to cast both of them during a short rest like it was set up to before. Oh, Lena, nice stats.
Yeah.
She roll. I swear to God, if it's gonna be like fucking. Okay. Just trying to click over there and I accidentally windowed my thing and then I looked and save us. I swear to God, if you rolled like fucking 10 higher than me. Well, fucking 17 higher? Oh my God. My best stat is tied with your fourth worst stat. What the fuck? It's gonna be like the fucking Lifodef all over again. Okay, not as bad, but still. Comparatively, I'm gonna feel like Lifodef.
It's all about how you use it, I think.
I mean, to be fair, with considering Lifodef's best stat was like a 13, he did a lot better than he should have, honestly, on paper. Considering all of his stats are like half his stats are what would be normally a dump stat number. He made it way farther than he ever should have.
I mean, you know, most characters, if you've got one or two stats, you've got at least decent numbers, and you'll be fine. And the rest of them don't make that big of a deal, other than, you know, the odd ability check here or there.
Yeah, why does Quarterstaff not finesse? That's something I've never understood. I feel like Quarterstaff. Why is it not? That's just one of those that always makes. Oh, I guess I'm sticking with the Scimitar for now. Give me a shield.
My guess is probably because it's versatile, adding finesse and versatile.
Yeah, maybe that's gotta be it. Because it's one of those like it just makes sense. Because I feel like Dex classes could use it.
Now I'm curious if there is actually any weapon that uses.
Fuck. Should I can't? I know you said during the one shot, populate spellbook is good. Should I click no for the populate spellbook? Since I'm level 1.
Let me check for Druid.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the thing. Just let me know to click yes or no for it.
Go ahead and do no, because I don't know that it brings in every spell I've got.
I need to. Oh my fucking! I lost hit points. I'm at 9. I was at 10 before I made my character. No. Ah.
Yeah, so just drag them over manually.
I need to.
As a druid, you know all the spells that are available to you, but then just prepare a certain number.
Oh, so how do I find my? Is there a compando spells? There is. Spells.
Yes. Yeah, there's.
How the fuck do I figure out which ones are druids?
You pick the other spell compendium, the one that's sorted by class and level.
Spells by class. Oh, hey, that looks convenient.
I thought of that problem and I prepared for it.
you. So all of the cantrips and all of the spells. I assume does that work for cantrips too, or is cantrips different? I only know certain cantrips.
Cantrips are different. If you look on your class's table, you only know a certain number of cantrips.
All right, let me open up my. So I know. Okay, so I know. So how do I figure out how many spells I can prepare? Okay.
Preparing and casting spells. You prepare from the list of druid spells that are available. Choosing from the druid spell list. Choose a number equal to your wisdom modifier plus druid level, minimum of 1.
Okay, so my modifier is what? +3 plus. So I'd prepare 4 spells a day.
Yeah. So you drag.
And if I. Okay.
Yeah. You drag all the level 1 spells to your list plus 2 cantrips, and then you prepare 4 of those level 1 spells.
Can I just drag the whole floor? Fuck. I gotta drag each spell over individually.
Yeah, we're not quite that fancy.
I was about to say, I was like, that would have been real snazzy if I could just drag the level 1 folder into there and it would honestly like have a subfolder in my first level tab. Actually, I guess it kind of is. Can I minimize first level tab? No, I can't. And believe I can. Is it one of those I change it out? I can change every spell like every day or something, or is it every long rest?
Let's see. You can change your list of prepared spells after a long rest.
Gotcha. So every long rest I can change.
Yeah, preparing a new list of druid spells requires time spent in prayer and meditation, at least 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list. On your list of prepared spells, at least. Got lots of options.
I'm just gonna make a resource prep spells so I know I can prep 4 spells, and click long rest so I know that I can. I'm just gonna do it. So I remember.
Works for me.
And then long rest so I know I can change them there, and then just not. All right, and things that I know. I know 2 cantrips. So that's where this gets a little. Let's see. Well, Lena's a fucking god among fucking people. It's her character. Fucking Jacob want to make a god. Well, Lena's a fucking demigod already. Especially with fucking monks. Doesn't monk have unarmored or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, natural armor. Yeah, fucking Christ. That monk's gonna be unkillable. Alright, well, now I just gotta start with the cantrips. I don't know the cantrips. Druid. I could be an airbender. I think after my cantrips, I don't have anything else I need to worry about for level 1, right?
Probably not, at least as far as your class is concerned.
Okay, and cantrip versatility. Okay, that every once in a while. Wait, is that the only time I get it? First level druid feature enhances. Whenever you gain a level in this class, you can replace one cantrip you learned from the spellcasting feature with another cantrip from this. Wait. Oh, proficiency versatility. Okay, so every 4 levels, I can basically change out my cantrip, or I can change out one cantrip. I know. Okay. It's worded really awkwardly in the druid thing because at level 4 it says cantrip versatility, and at 8, 12, and 16 it says proficiency versatility. I'm assuming that means cantrip versatility. Still. But I don't know for certain. That makes. It might also be. Could it be Wild Companion? Does it just mean any. No, what's proficiency versatility? No, you gain ability score. Yes, okay. When you gain an ability score improvement feature from your class, you can also replace one of your skill proficiencies. Not just skill proficiency. Cantrip versatility. Whenever you reach a level in this class, it grants you ability score Okay, yeah. So every 4 levels, whenever I get the option to get an ability score improvement, I can change out a cantrip. Okay. It's just for some reason it only says cantrip versatility on 4, but it says it applies whenever an ability score improvement happens in the actual. Yeah, that is okay. Yeah, so I'm not stuck with my cantrips forever. If one turns out to be fucking garbage, then I can swap it out in 4 levels.
Yeah.
This is kind of fucking gruesome. Infestation? It's kind of fucking nasty. Wait. Hold on. I can use Magic Stone. You touch 1 to 3 pebbles and imbue them with magic. You or someone else can make a ranged spell attack with one of the pebbles by throwing it and hurling it with a sling. If thrown, the pebble has a range of 60 feet. If someone else attacks with a pebble, the attacker adds your spellcasting modifier, not the attacker's, to the attack. On a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Whether it hits or misses spell then ends the stone. But that's a bonus action. Cantrip. I can basically make a magical rock.
Yeah.
Up to 3. And instead of using, what's the okay? So the question is if I'm throwing it, could I use Dex? I use Dex, right? Because range attack, I assume. It says range spell attack. I don't know if it'd be Wisdom or.
A range spell attack is a specific set of.
Yeah, so I don't know how. Yeah, so I understand. I basically make pebbles with magic, and then I can throw them or sling them, which I don't have a sling, so I'd be throwing them.
Yeah, let me find the.
And the damage is honestly pretty good. That'd be 1d6 plus fucking 3. Oh no, plus 3 damage. That ain't bad for a level 1 bonus action cantrip. Kind of like that. Just throwing rocks at people. I can dig it. I just want to know what the attack is. If someone else attacks with the pebble, it adds your spellcasting ability modifier. So if somebody else used rock, they would get my +3. And then they would get my +3 for the damage too.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume it's my wisdom?
Let's see.
But it's really because it affects if someone else attacks. Yeah, I don't. Kind of confused. I really like that. I'm gonna take it. That specific one.
Yeah, I'm trying to find exactly what makes up that bonus.
I'm gonna fucking. That's cool. I really like that spell. Honestly, it's really funny cantrip. I'll just make 3 magical rocks, start chucking them at people.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's actually Shillelagh.
Alright, it's under your spellcasting ability. Where it'll tell you what the bonus are. So, your spell attack modifier is your proficiency bonus plus wisdom modifier. I think regardless of whether range or melee, so...
Okay, so that'd be 5 then, because it's with fish.
Yeah, so a +5 to the attack.
And where did you say that was?
Under your features, spellcasting. That's where it gives you all the details of that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, there I see. Spell attack modifier, so shit. That's dope. So that'd be plus my modifier. Yep, so that's literally a +5 to
+5
damage and attack when using that rock.
Not to the damage. The damage is just the ability modifier for spellcasting, so...
But it says 1d6 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Let's see.
Takes bludgeoning damage. On a hit, the target takes bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Oh, I guess ability modifier, not attack modifier. I see what you
mean. Yeah.
But
I think it's a little bit confusing, so they get basically your wisdom bonus to that.
Okay, so
it's still not bad, but
it's just so confusing because it uses the term ability modifier, but that's not. I don't know. I don't see it used in the fucking spellcast. Where's
you don't see where it says ability modifier. It's because it's replaced ability with wisdom.
Oh, that's what it means by that. Okay.
Yeah. Let me double check.
Okay. So it'd be a +3. That's still good.
Yeah, especially for a cantrip that you can create rocks that you can then
On a
throw.
bonus action too. I like it.
Mhm.
Apologies all around. I am here.
That's all
No
good. We're
worries.
still finishing up making characters and all that.
Good deal.
I'm a druid who likes to throw rock. Magical rock.
Who likes to throw rocks? Okay.
I have magic. Pretty great.
All I have to say is, how dare you be late, sir?
Right? Unbelievable.
Even I showed up today.
Yeah, it's all good.
So I'm still got one more cantrip to pick than background to make.
I'm assuming we're starting at level 1.
Yes.
Yep.
So what do
All
we
the way
have
at
so
the
far for
beginning.
characters?
I am a druid. I don't know what circle I'll be going into yet. I haven't looked that far ahead, but I'm a druid.
Well, are you thinking you want to splatter things or heal things?
I don't know. I really just wanted to turn into a polar bear, honestly. So I got to get to level 4, and Colin said I can basically flavor my black bear to be white.
Well, I will point one thing out that may make you rethink that.
Which is?
You will have a blast with that for precisely 1 to 2 levels.
Hey, man.
And then you will be much stronger by yourself without shapeshifting than you would be as the animal.
That doesn't mean I can't turn into an animal in the city and cause a ruckus if I want to.
No, I mean
Maybe its combat
absolutely
effectiveness drops off,
Yeah, that's
but other
what I'm
effectiveness
saying.
stays. I can
Yeah.
still turn into a bear outside of combat and it'll be good. Not all bears need to fight.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I point that out is I had also considered the druid, and after checking it out and everything, I was like, oh wow, yeah, that's really not useful at all.
Most of shapeshifting just seems like it's utility more than anything, but it seems fucking fun to do still.
Well,
So
the
if-
problem is that they really haven't even made it very utility when it comes to the combat aspects of it.
Oh yeah, it seems more useful outside of combat, unfortunately, from what I've seen.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
regular wild shape's more useful out of combat, especially at higher levels. If you're wanting shape shifting that can actually be useful in combat, there's a Circle of the Moon that at high enough levels actually allows you up to CR6 monsters.
Okay.
That
I imagine those could actually pack a bit of a punch once you get to that,
yeah.
but you still have
Yeah.
to level up to that.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
that's the whole thing, though, is how late are you going to before you get to there?
before it becomes irrelevant for being better
is
than the
it
person.
is it basically you hit level 20 and you get it?
It's 18 for CR6, 15 for CR5.
Right, and what would
So
be like a PC fighter level 18 be considered for CR?
I don't know if there's a direct CR conversion, but
See, they should have one.
That'd be nice.
but I mean, when you transform into beast shape, you fight as your beast shape. When your hit points drop to 0 there, you transform back into a druid still.
Oh, you do? I
Yeah.
don't know enough about shape shifting yet.
Yeah.
I imagine though you can't spam that too hard. I still like it. Seems fun
Yeah,
to use.
your big limiting factor there is you can only do it. Is it?
Probably limited short rest usage or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use it twice, regain uses after a short rest.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Oh, okay. That's how they're doing the rating. Basically, the CR rating is it would take a group of 3 to 4 player characters of the CR rated level to best that creature. So I'm thinking like just like your standard fighter, for example, at level 18 is probably somewhere around a CR 12 or higher. A druid who's a really powerful caster is probably along those lines. So basically it's, if you think about the shapeshifting as more utility, there's a lot of creative ways that you can use it.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, I'm sorry, but I still think it would be really, really, really cool to have a druid who focuses on shapeshifting.
It's just not
and dip a level or two into rogue.
for what, like some of the sneaks and all that.
Oh, I don't know. How about a Black Panther that's going to pounce from the shadows and then just jump back into the shadows?
Oh my god! Just basically for what, like the sneak attack and then the disengage.
Yeah,
Jump on and run away.
Yeah, because basically that's an ability that is always on. So it's not something that you have to cast. You don't cast sneak.
That's true.
So you'd be able to use it even in animal form. It takes the natural weapons of the animal and then increases it by whatever, level that you attain as a rogue at the same time. I'm sure there is probably a graph or a diagram somewhere that would say the perfect level is exactly X amount of druid and Y amount of rogue for what I'm thinking of. But it's just a simple throw it out there thought of, hey, this would be one way that it would be really useful and fun.
I mean, I see what you're getting at there.
Is think outside the box a little.
Yeah.
So what else we got? We got a shapeshifting druid.
I think Elena, you're monk, right?
Yeah.
She's like a demigod monk with her fucking rolls, though. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Are you going for DPS, tank, heals?
DPS.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Yes.
I'm kind of split between like a gnome tinkerer slash like archaeologist kind of a person to do the navigating slash trap or mechanism editing or
So
a
kind of like
Goliath. If I
would
go
almost
with
be like a
Goliath,
mini
I'd make it a
rogue
tank.
for
Yeah,
like helping with
I
like
could
adventuring and dungeoning.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about either making it like some like kind of like the I don't know, kind of like a I don't know, archaeologist type character that's going to help get like through certain places. And I'm just imagining this campaign is going to have a lot of navigational issues and like tight spaces since we're going to be up in the mountains and shit like that. But if I was going to go with a tank, I'd probably choose a Goliath because that also kind of fits for the area as a tank. So
Okay, so it sounds kind of like we may desperately be in need of a healer.
maybe. And I know that you were. I mean, in the last one that you played a healer slash tank. So if you don't want to do that again, if you want to do a different thing, then I can.
I imagine we could like dip a little bit into it ourselves and have like 2 semi healers with utility. Probably be enough to help it out.
Well, there is a way to kind of do it. At least there used to be a way. I don't know if it's still possible. I'll have to ask Colin about that. What about the healer monk? Is that still a thing?
I'd have to check. I don't remember off the top of my head all of the monk subclasses.
Because I thought there used to be a way that they would channel their ki to be able to heal.
You know, I think I might be able to make a healer that works with the character idea that I already kind of started with the gnome, actually.
Let's say druids do get access to healing spells. I mean, not the
Yeah.
powerful healing spells, but they do get access to some.
No,
That's what I was
they're
saying.
they're
Like
good
I could.
secondary.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Mhm.
I could dip into it a bit because most likely my druid won't be like a heavy DPS. It'll be more utility based. So dipping into healing wouldn't be bad. Given how I just learned, I haven't looked into druids at all. Colin told me how druid spellcasting works, so it wouldn't be too hard for me to have some heals ready. Point once I get leveled.
I can also jump in on that a little bit too.
Yeah, like I said, if we have two characters that both have some minor healing and then just potions, it may not be quite the same as a major healer, but I can make do. We'll have a lot of utility in minor healing.
Well,
We'll have our monk who punches shit.
You played World of Warcraft before, right?
I've played 4 hours over the course of 26 years. So
not a lot, huh?
Very little, and it's been over 5 years since I last touched it.
Okay. In general, the rule is always you have a tank, you have a healer, everybody else is DPS. And the concept in World of Warcraft originated with Dungeons and Dragons. It's the wise choice is to have a healer, have a tank, and have DPS. Now that being said, there's a lot of variety that can be done. One of the most devastating groups that I have seen are the all or nothing. That is, I have seen a group of 5 clerics completely just obliterate an entire dungeon like it was nothing. Because a couple of them were offensive spellcasters. One of them was a mace and shield guy who would just wade right into the middle of combat, and a couple of them were just devout healers, and so they could just sit there and alternate spells back and forth, and I mean it was disgusting. That being said, I've also seen a party of 5 magic users just rip things apart like nobody's business. So the weird can happen and the weird can work. In general, it's always a good idea to have somebody who's dedicated to healing. But if we don't have that, I just want to create somebody who will be very, very useful to kind of mitigate situations. Hence the reason why I was thinking if there is a way that I could, do some secondary healing as a monk, we could have 2 monks in the group. 2 monks could be kind of scary.
Yeah, that'd be pretty scary, especially when Sir gets some levels up there.
Do artificers get decent healing spells?
Let me look up artificers right quick. I did look up monks. As any of the published subclasses, at least, there's not any that do any significant healing. One subclass does a little bit of self-healing, but that's about it.
Some more sustain than healing, per se. I would say usually I consider that just sustain, self-sustain.
All right.
Artificer falls into the same category of Druid, I think, when it comes to healing stuff. They do get access to a couple of healing spells. Not nearly as much as a, cleric or something, but There's certainly some in there.
Okay. Hmm.
I think I have an idea for a character, but I will need to discuss it a little bit here with you, Colin.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight's the night.
And Elena. Elena, do you have an objection to having a fellow monk in the party with you?
No, that'd be good.
Okay. Colin,
Mm-hmm.
would you have any objection to a warforged monk?
Oh, I like it already. I ran a
no.
Warforged Barbarian. I loved it.
The
great.
backstory, because I've never played Warforged ever.
I love it. I think
The
Warforged is
backstory
hysterical.
would be he was built as a training dummy for Elena's temple. And then one day he hit back.
He started fighting back. And one day everyone's chill until the dummy hits back.
And after 200 years, you know, he's learned all of the different techniques. He just now has to be able to move his body in the correct manner to utilize them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I love my Warforged Barbarian when I ran him. That was a lot of fun. Good. I like it. I like my spell list, so I'm gonna have prep at the beginning. I think we'll see.
Okay, let me see if I remember.
Oh God, I gotta do this. I like
Top.
this. So I've got create or destroy water for one of my first level spells. I've got prepped, and I've got shape water for a cantrip. I can make water and then push him away. I can make water and then change the water around.
All right, let's see here. I can drag and drop that down, I believe. Yeah, okay. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-do. Okay, so first thing I want to do is just add the race. No, I'm probably looking in the wrong location. It's not under tables. Is it under journals?
Yeah, no, keep going. Should be compendium packs. The last tab before settings.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Character classes, races. There is no Warforged.
Should be Warforged in there? No, there's... That somehow did not make that in. Let me...
You found the one race he didn't account for.
Yes!
You did it.
Yes! I've done it!
I feel
My
like you
mission is accomplished.
He had to
I
just
have
look through the
annoyed
whole
the
list.
GM already.
It's the first night, it's been 20 minutes, and I already did it.
Alright, let me import for you the Warforged.
Skills! I have them. Thank you, Colin.
Uh-huh.
And by that, are you saying that you're going to add it to the classes list so I can just get it set up? Okay, cool.
Let's see. Let's see. Import Races.
So monk is mainly strength, dex, and con, right? Or the beneficial ones. Everything else is kind of dump.
I think it's Dex and Wisdom. Where is it? Yeah, Dex and Wisdom. Dex for your attacks and Wisdom gives you bonuses and lots of things.
Oh,
Is there a
okay.
way to reset my character sheet? I accidentally dragged something over that I did not mean to drag over.
Let me take a look. I can either undo it or I'll throw you a new character sheet.
I think I might just need to.
Jacob, what was it that you dragged over by mistake?
I accidentally hit Gnome Rock a second time. Or Rock Gnome, I guess I should say. I pulled it over a second time because it didn't look like it had put it in the first time. And it looks like it uploaded the modifiers twice, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like it did. Let's just...
Okay, this is the most painfully average roll I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think that looks right.
Hey, mine was 71. It was. Oh, yours is even more average.
Yo.
Yeah, mine was a total of like 71. It was not too pretty.
Do I need to roll? Shit, yeah, I should roll the stats before adding the race modifiers, huh?
I find it's easier too, but it's not that big of a deal to not do that.
Okay.
There we are. Okay, Warforged is now a collectible race.
Okay. I don't know if it's going to matter as horrible as these rolls are. I may be re-rolling a character here in the very near future. Because he's really bad.
He's very average at everything.
He is exceptionally average.
I say Jacob's got 2 9s, but he's also got 2 16s and 2 13s.
Huh, that's an interesting spread.
That is a very specific spread of 3 doubles.
Yeah.
But at least you're not average at everything. You do excel at stuff.
Yeah. I can be okay.
You can do what you want to do well.
Yeah.
Elena, what languages do you know?
Elvish.
Okay, I'll take that as my second language that I learned from you. Okay, Warforged has been successfully transferred over. I do have one teensy technical issue. Don't hate me, Colin.
What is your
Oh, boy.
issue?
So, what exactly does the background training dummy give you?
Background as a training dummy, probably not much. It could probably be argued, from your exposure at whatever monastery you could have picked up, a background. It would be something appropriate.
I was thinking maybe a +1 in Constitution and Insight as a skill. Basically because, he spent a lot of time just kind of standing around contemplating what the other opponents were doing.
Mm-hmm.
And Constitution because, well, he stood there and took all the hits.
Seems reasonable to me.
Okay.
Is there any exotic languages that are very popular in Icewind in here?
Let's find out.
I can learn some more language. And I figure, hey, if I lived here, I would probably know any specific language they would, or that would be spoken common. Or at least was at some point.
Mm-hmm. Nothing particularly common up there. I mean, out of what you don't have already, probably the next most spoken thing would be Dwarvish.
I've already got that selected for one of my 2 languages that I get from my background of Hermit.
I
had one more. I was like, so I've got Common, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Giant.
Mm-hmm.
And Druidic because of, Druid.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know what the next most common language in the area would be.
I don't remember what they all are. What's the What's on the list there? See if you can
For
read it off.
standard, gnomish, goblin, halfling, and orc, and then all of the exotic languages: abyssal, Aquin, or Aquin.
I would say if you're looking for a goodly race language, halfling. If you're looking for something that could be useful urban or in the wild, orcish.
Hmm.
If you're looking for something more exotic but a lifesaver if you run into them, giant.
I've already got giant with the.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're also a druid, right?
Yeah.
So you could, with the GM's permission, have. Well, I think they have druidic, don't they? As a
Yeah,
special
that's already
language?
added it to me for a secret
Um,
language.
Don't they also have something for rangers? Or do
Uh,
rangers basically try to pick up druidic? I forget. Because the two kind of work hand in hand sometimes, so they can leave each other messages and stuff like that.
I don't think rangers have a secret language like that.
Well, with GM permission, you could, I don't know, have a specific animal's language.
I can already somewhat understand them, and I have speak with animals.
Oh yeah, but I mean like literally like you understand the certain chips and chirps of the gray forest squirrel, you know, or something like ridiculous and inane like that
Something
that could also still be somewhat handy, you know, if you like start calling out and all of a sudden one of them just like shows up.
Let me see.
I mean, but that's again, that's
Yeah.
with GM permission because that's an oddball. That's a rare exotic language.
See what?
Mm. Now, where are backgrounds put in here?
It's kind of mixed in with everything else. There's
Is
a
it
specific
under
box.
features?
Some of the stuff goes under features for it. There's a text box for background just under your character's name.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah.
For monks are supposed to be lawful, right?
Yes. Beyond that, the choice is yours, but
yeah, I'm making him
yeah.
lawful neutral. Yeah, he will have to. He will be very much like Brandon's former character. He's going to have to either be given a name or take a name for himself. His name is currently Weaponless Foe.
That's for that dastardly weaponless foe.
That's what they called him.
That's funny though.
He was the Weaponless Foe. You know, they had like the armed warrior, and then they had, you know, the armored war chief, you know, different ones like that. He didn't get a cool name, he just had Weaponless Foe.
As I'm adding my class here, and it says select subclass levels, I just want to pick one for right now, right?
Yeah.
We are level 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we will take average. Actually, we will take max because that's how we're supposed to do hit point. Well, Or
Why
is that
can't I
just
search
saying
for
in
items?
the future?
I think that might. I don't know if that means. I think it's just how it does it by default. Which I mean, level 1 obviously can be this. Could be. Mr. GM, why is the items directory not allowing me to search for items?
Letting me search for it.
I'm gonna.
Why
re-up the
on
thing.
earth is it giving me the option of having a short sword for the beginning?
Shorts?
Yeah.
Apparently, it wants the
Amongst
unarmed.
among starting equipment, have a short sword and some darts. No. No. Please no.
Yeah, I'm typing stuff into the items direct, and nothing pops up to search.
Oh, you're the items directory. Yeah, go to the compendium for items.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the items directory?
Not that you can see.
Oh, it's not. It's those kind of items. Okay.
Yeah, I've
It's
got a bunch of
DM
stuff
items.
in here that I can reveal at future times.
Gotcha.
Something or
Elena,
special.
Yeah.
does your monk carry any weaponry?
A quarterstaff.
Is there any other weapon that you would like to be able to have for your monk? Like, do you want to be able to occasionally use a short bow or something like that?
Not really, no.
Okay. Because I was thinking if so, then I will carry one that I can just like hand over to you. All right. So he'll at least be a little bit different. He'll have a spear.
Like a quarterstaff with a sharp bit at one end.
Yes.
I mean,
You're supposed to stick them at the pointy end. Okay, so I think that went in.
Looks like it.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I think the only other thing that I need to do is biography.
Yeah. Oh. Or at least that may be a token, and that'll get you through the basic stuff. Once we all get to the same spot, there'll be a couple extra things. Campaign.
Yeah. Do we have a table for rolling personality traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws?
Usually that comes from the background.
Skippy. I will create my own then.
Yeah, create your own, or pick one of the other backgrounds and pick the stuff off of that.
Hey, quick question there, Colin.
Yeah.
So I made the mistake and I just hit import all spells. I should not have done that.
That's all right.
Or you can jump in and clear that list, so I can just go through and do it the way I'm supposed to.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you're just gonna go through and like delete them one by one, I can do that, right?
Yeah, we can both do that. Make it go really fast.
Elena, what is your monk's name?
Start at the bottom.
What was what?
What's your monk's name?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay.
There you go. Now you can add the spells you know.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
How do I add an icon to my character again?
You click on the icon in the top left corner, and it'll
Does it
upload.
fucking work? I'm clicking on the white face on my character thing.
I thought I saved the.
I will.
Did it not save my changes to mission?
Didn't this happen last time too? It was like it didn't want to let me do it.
Wait, how do you do it?
Colin's getting it set up.
Try it again.
Hey, now I can. There we go.
I had the upload box checked, but not the browse file explorer.
Oh.
So, don't forget, click the user uploads before you upload. That way it stays somewhat organized.
Yeah.
So, how do we know if it works or not? When would the image update?
It should update pretty quickly. Try selecting it again if it doesn't go through.
Yeah, so my image popped up pretty much right away once I uploaded it and
Okay.
posed it.
I should probably edit the image a little bit anyhow. So it's more of a head and shoulders and not a full body shot.
I wouldn't be bad with that too.
Do what now?
I did a full body shot. I should probably just fucking zoom it in, honestly.
I can always, I'll make sure tokens are, headshot sort of things.
Yeah.
This
Appreciate
week,
that.
So.
Yeah, so if
Yeah, if
I'll
you
have
just-
some free time tomorrow to do it too, because I have tomorrow off.
So it literally takes me 2 minutes to toss it into Photoshop with the template I've got.
Yeah, so if you end up wanting to put it into little tokens like you did before anyway, then
Yeah.
I don't know if you're sticking with what you did in Roll20 with using those tokens with like the circles and all that in the backgrounds, in which case
Yeah,
it would probably be
keep
better.
using that just for
Yeah, so if you're gonna use that, then I might as well just keep the full body in the uploaded folder for you.
Yeah.
It'd be easier than me just cutting it off myself, since by the time it matters, you'll cut it off yourself and do it, set it up.
Yeah.
Would you prefer I do that as well then?
It's up to you. Use what you've uploaded or
I will
re-upload
add it
something
to the
else.
character. Yeah, it didn't save. There we go. It's
Very
in now.
nice. Perfect.
So, yeah, you want to tinker with that? Go for
That'll
it.
do.
It's nothing fancy, but it's kind of cute. He doesn't look super tough or anything like that. He just, well, kind of looks like a training dummy.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like he is a training dummy.
Right? And it's funny, I have to say, so with the fairly modest rolls that I started off with, I now have a fairly decent fleshed out character.
Hell yeah.
From the background and from being Warforged and all that. It's got 13 strength, a 14 dex, 16 constitution, 11 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 11 charisma.
Not bad
It's
at all.
not crappy. I mean, it's not bad. And the two skills that I picked up, which I thought would be humorous, was history and religion, because the training room was right next to the classroom. So he heard every single class for like the past 200 years.
Limitless cosmic power. Itty bitty living space.
Well, it's kind of one of those things of, well, when I was paying attention, I do believe I remember hearing, that kind of stuff.
I believe 100 years ago, 2 weeks ago, and 5 minutes ago, there was a class that talked about this.
Yes, Master Chen, just before his fatal heart attack, had mentioned this. Now, is this going to be, we're all going to meet up? Or is this going to be that we are going to have a little bit of history together?
That is a good question.
That is entirely up to you guys. I'll work with it either way.
I was going to say,
Obviously, the two monks know each other, right?
Yes, and I was going to say that because of the fact that we're doing a character creation and introductory kind of setting for this evening, it might be kind of fun for us to all interact. Like, obviously Elena's character and mine will know each other, but unless Brandon and Jacob have characters that know each other for whatever reason, then everybody can kind of like meet up.
I don't
kind of RP it out a little bit.
I don't think my character would, as far as I'm aware, have any reason to know anybody ahead of time. Being that I'm a druid who often hoofs it on his own out in the cold.
That's perfectly fine, though.
I just kind of go back and forth between the towns and hoof it. I'm used to the cold. It never bothered me anyways. All right, I'm ready for the lightning
from Frozen, my dude.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm ready for that lightning attack now, DM. roll for damage.
Yeah, let me roll that right quick.
There are some things you just have to let it go.
All right, there you go.
Kill yourself.
I think I can survive that. Let me try a save. Hell yeah, did I succeed?
Yeah, you know what? I'll give that to you. You saved for half.
I take half.
You saved for half.
I take like 2760 or something like that.
But you forget, he dipped into rogue, so he has evasion.
Oh yeah, dude. Level 1. I'm multi-classing at level 1 total.
Well, here's the second bolt of lightning.
Oh god.
Good luck with that.
Oh, thank God it's less than the initial. It's fine. It's fine. It's less than the initial. I can still do the save. Hell yeah.
Oh, 19.
See, it's still good. I'm only taking half of the bigger of the smaller number. It's fine.
It's a miracle.
And then seemingly out of nowhere, rocks fall on you and you die.
But I have magic rocks.
It doesn't matter.
I'll throw
You're
magic.
dead.
I'll throw magic stones at the rocks. They may weigh objectively half a pound, throwing them at 50-pound boulders, but I still believe.
Historically, I do not believe that this has ever worked.
You know, you're probably right, but somebody has to make history somehow.
Someone's got to try.
How else do you make history but trying it?
Yeah, I think this will actually be kind of a funny and hopefully enjoyable character here.
That'd be cool and use Jim's magic missile instead of using the regular magic missile. That is the real question here.
Hard, man.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water.
All right.
Oh, see, this is why I'm like, I should have just made it a head and shoulder shot, because
It's
now
a
my
little blurred.
Now my poor Warforged looks like a dwarven Warforged, and he's not.
My guy looks fat. My furbolg just looks fat.
I'll be right back.
I have a scimitar, but I'm not gonna lie. I think stones are gonna be my main weapon for the time being. How much does my gimme? So I guess that's a good thing to do now. Can I just toss magic stone onto? I think I can. Okay. I wanted to test out a magic stone because I can put it on my hotbar and it says I can target something. I want to know if that actually rolls for attack and damage. Or I don't know if you have like a testing page you can throw me on with an enemy or something just to try that out real quick. That way I know if I need to just roll manually or if we can maybe modify it so it rolls properly when I click it for attack and damage after I've casted it.
I'll say if it doesn't roll properly, we can make it roll properly.
Fair.
Force it.
Alright, let's see.
Oh wait, I can just, that's right. Yeah, I need a fucking token.
Let's give you
I have to
an
have
enemy to target.
Oh god, it's a dragon!
Let's see, what do we have here? Oh yeah, second one on the list. So you're fighting an abominable yeti.
Hell yeah. Do normal roll, 18. Looks good. Rolled the +5 for the attack modifier, and I believe I can just click the 1d6 damage. And then I would add my spell count. Because I can't remember. Does it adds the ability mod? So I assume that text, right? Because it adds the proficiency for the attack and then just the wisdom for the damage.
Let me reread it, because
I think that's what we talked about, because someone else attacks with Pebble, that attacker adds your ability.
So I think the way this works, if you throw the rock, use your action to throw the rock, you make a ranged spell attack with it.
Okay. And
If-
so
if
that
you
would
get
have
the
my...
Yeah, that has your proficiency bonus added to it.
That has the modified attack, the spellcasting attack roll, not the
Yeah.
ability. Okay, and then
If
the
you hand that
damage would
rock to
be
somebody
the...
else, they just get your spellcasting ability modifier, not your
Gotcha.
proficiency bonus.
Gotcha. And the damage is the ability modifier, so that is the 1d6 plus 3.
Right.
Okay. So now see, is there a way to get that to roll nicely? I don't know if there's a good way to make that roll nicely because Magic Stone. Attack. No. Attack roll bonus. Okay, so let's see. Magic Stone, action type, range, spell, attack, ability modifier, default, which I think that's correct already. It's using Wisdom. Actually, should I click? Yeah, it was. Attack roll bonus, that's fine. Fuck. Is there no way to get it to do damage on that? Am I just going to base remember to add 3 to the 1d6 roll?
Right below the attack damage bonus.
Oh, damage formula.
Damage formula. Yeah, hit the drop down.
I missed it. Okay. All right. What? So what? All right. So let's see the ability.
Yeah. 1d6 plus. Yeah. I think.
At mod. Do I need to put Wisdom mod though?
It should use your up a few rows. It says ability modifier default. It should default to your Wisdom modifier.
I'll click on Wisdom just to double. Okay. I don't need to save, right? I just close it now, or
yeah, just close.
Close it. Try casting then normal. That looks good.
Yep, that did +3 to your roll.
What does this plus do? Oh, for crits. Okay, that's a crit.
Yeah, so it could be.
I didn't realize you added a crit button for that. I was like, what's that button next to damage? Because I know this one's a advantage attack. Okay, so that works right now.
So if you don't hit the advantage button when the initially rolling, but then maybe get a crit on your advantage when you forgot to do it earlier.
Okay, I see it. It kind of makes it easier.
Okay.
All right, Magic Stone is correct, and I just want to make sure it was because that is an attack I'm probably using a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think my guy's set. Dalar Force. Forsworth. Dalar Forsworth. Oh dear God. Goodbye, Dalar.
I didn't roll the damage for it.
Thank God he didn't hurt me.
Oh, fine. That's a lot of dice.
Yeah, I think Dalar died.
It's just
Dalar, more like Deadlar.
You are slightly dead.
Well, you are also level 1.
Yeah.
And you have a bad character. That's not designed for melee.
Yeah. My goal is not to be in the front lines at all.
Correct.
My goal right now is to heal and throw stones at people in combat. Magic Stone.
Ranged plus caster equals win.
Yeah, like my cantrip is Magic Stone. I found that I'm like, I love this actually for a cantrip. I think it's hysterical. It ain't no warlock. Whatever. I can't remember. Why can't I remember the name of it?
Eldritch
Nope.
Blast.
Yeah, I ain't no Eldritch Blast, but that's still a magic stone. It ain't
Mhm.
bad for level 1. Given that I could also toss it to somebody else if they wanted to use it too.
Yeah. Basically improvise a ranged weapon out of rocks on the ground.
Improved rock ranged weapon attack. Make a rock really better.
Hey, I think I already have a name for him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, how do you shorten weaponless foe? Way foe.
Yeah, why
There
don't you
you
go hit the
go.
wave foe real quick for a little bit and come back later. We'll do another lesson.
It's whimsical but practical. So, are we all set up?
We're getting close.
Yeah, I'm just fucking around right now. I
Uh-huh.
need to pick a few more things and I'm done.
I think my character's all set and ready.
All right. There'll be a couple campaign specific stuff we can get added in here. There's a list of trinkets. Everybody gets a trinket.
Ooh.
Roll a D100. We'll see what trinket people get.
44.
Uh, all right. 44 for Dalar. All right. Brandon, you've got an item in your inventory now at the bottom. You can shorten that as you fit.
Equip it.
Let's see what way folk.
I love this. So one of the things that, he has in his character starter pack is rations. 1 day's worth.
You can share those with the group.
No,
You gotta use them for.
he likes to feed the animals, which would actually, now that I think about it, be a great way for Wayfo to meet up with the Druid as well.
Yeah, worked out pretty well. All right, I'm adding a special icon for my druidic focus, Colin. You can't stop me.
Because like one of the things that he has the for the long rest he just goes immobile, but he can still
You
see
still
and hear.
watch. Yeah. I
So
love that.
he could go out somewhere into the woods, during that downtime, like wherever Elena's character finds for good meditation, like near a stream or waterfall or whatever. And he can just sit down, get into meditative stance, and then pull out some of his rations, break them up into little chunks, put them out there on his lap, and then go into the long rest so that he can enjoy watching the animals come up and eat the food.
I like it. I have customized my
It'll be a
druidic
cute
focus.
quirk.
Adds to the character.
Hey, remind me again where the macros are that I need to have for like rolling stuff, like a D100, that kind of stuff.
There's not a macro for it. Just slash R D100 in
Okay,
the chat box.
I see.
Yep. Icon's so small, I can't see what you uploaded, Brandon.
So basically, like you do the /R and then you can do the amount of dice followed by the D and the size of the die.
Ah, I see.
So if you had to do 3 6-sided dice, it would be 3d6. Basically the same way that you would have it written out in instructions.
Right. That makes sense.
So they made it very commonsensical. I like it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, Colin, if you want to see it up closer, you can do the edit button.
Na 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 na. Hey, goodbye.
Gonna die. Na, na.
Alright, everyone has their trinket.
Do I have a trinket?
Yes, it's in your inventory.
This makes me happy.
see what else it's.
I'm not sure why I just rolled character abilities, but okay. That was
'Cause
even
you
worse
can't.
than before. I don't even want to click on that. But I have to. 9, 8, 8, 11, 6, 16. Ow! That's so bad.
Oh my god. 50. Oh god, you have a 6.
Yeah,
What a roll.
that would be a GM. I would like a reroll, please.
GM, if I have to play this character will die. Can I roll?
He will be jumping off of a cliff very quickly.
This guy is suicidal, GM.
Yep. There we go. Now that looks much better.
Alright. Second thing everyone got, and I'm adding it now, is everyone gets a free set of cold weather clothing, being in the frozen north.
It goes good with my winter blanket I get for being a hermit.
Nice. Better keep those cold weather clothes dry, though. They don't work when they're wet.
That's fine. That's fine. I got it.
Let's see. Next up. Ah, yes. One little bit of bonus for everyone. Everyone can, of their choice, pick one single common magic item to have.
Simple, common magic item.
Yep.
The holy hand grenade.
Unfortunately, that
I
is
don't
an
think
artifact.
that's one of them.
Ah, damn, it's an artifact.
Common.
Magic item. Common. You said simple. What does that mean? Will it like say if it's simple on there or?
Just one common item of your choice.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything under that common item folder.
I'll have somebody else's prosthetic limb.
That could be useful.
Well, that would be some. I have a warforged. Just could come in handy. You never know. Having a spare prosthetic limb available.
I could borrow that and have a third leg. My, won't the women be impressed then?
I can't see the items or anything anymore. Like the races, classes, it's all gone.
Did you close the character creation folder?
Yeah.
If you open it, it's still not there?
I can open it.
Or I guess not character creation. It'd be under items.
Yeah, I don't see the items thing.
Could be there.
Oh, wait, there it is.
There you
It
go.
showed up.
Please.
Hmm.
Well, I'm going to say that the logical thing would be a potion of healing.
Not a bad idea.
It might be something handy dandy.
Very well could be.
Where'd you get the potion of healing from? Oh, you're talking about the magical item thing.
Yeah.
The one common. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
I took it from the monastery.
Hey, Colin, can my character speak Celestial? Because my background is going to be that of a basically mage guild investigator, more or less. Studied in magical history.
So you're
Yep.
going to be a witch hunter, are you?
Sick. Celestial it is, thanks.
Yep.
No, I go after mages. Mages are witches.
Yeah. That's weird. Says that it's failing to import guild artisan background.
That's probably because you're bad and you should feel bad.
You're probably right about that. It's probably like artisan. Excuse you.
I had one or two that were doing that earlier. I think if you go through with use a default for like the languages and proficiencies and stuff.
Okay,
and then
just
go
add
back and
what you
change
had.
it. Yeah, go back and edit it
Okay.
later. It should go through.
Okay, I'll try that. Use the importer. Use default.
Getting all the bad rolls out of the way right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely losing my religion there. That's a little better. Okay. When they start looking better, you gotta stop.
I'm ready. I got my item finally.
Finally.
There's a lot of items to look through. I hadn't looked through the list.
Mm-hmm.
The one with the thermal cube. I like it. It looked nice.
Yeah.
Figure it could come in handy at some point too.
Yeah, rather nicely.
Okay. Now,
Yeah, I was like,
you,
that's dope.
You say that you are ready.
I'm saying
but
that.
Have you come up with an appropriate voice?
Not at all. I don't know what a furbolg sounds like, to be honest.
A furbolg?
A furbolg. I don't know what they say.
I don't know what it is. Let me take a look here.
So I don't actually know like what kind of voice would go with it. I've been thinking about it, but I don't know.
Okay, well let's. I can help with this. Okay, first of all, they look kind of nice. They look kind of friendly. But they have big smushed noses. They have rather large eyes. And a slight smile upon their face. Even when they're upset with something. Yes. And you said your guy's more or less a hermit?
Yes.
Okay. I would go with a kind of likable, slightly grumpy old man kind of voice. If you can pull that one off. Think kind of a younger variant of Deckard Cain.
I haven't played Diablo in forever. I don't know what.
Stay a while and listen.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, see, so...
Welcome to my humble abode.
Right.
Would you like some good berry for dinner?
Yeah, see, that kind of a voice kind of does conjure the image that I just saw, the furbolg. Anybody else wants to weigh in as to whether or not they agree, please feel free.
Sounds dope to me, man.
Either that or else he also could look kind of like if you were doing a more whimsical, ridiculous character. like the surfer dude
So,
voice
would
also work for
as
that image.
the fiend
Yeah, bro.
looking around this room, I
dude.
can see in
Go
your
go
eyes.
adventuring, bro.
Tell me
Could
what
you
you.
believe what that raccoon said back there? That was
nothing.
gnarly. I couldn't believe it.
Oh,
That was the sickest burn I've ever heard before.
nothing.
Like, dude, that's only usually
I-
like reserved for like possums because of their anatomy, but somehow it worked on you.
Where I come from.
I never thought they'd find that one, honestly. Cha, bro.
But yeah, he's kind of got that kind of goofy look. That
Yeah,
can
they
go
kind of
that way
all do.
for the whimsy, but I would still say that the cantankerous old man who's kind of lovable sounds like a good voice to use for something like that.
Neither seem bad, honestly.
Fun.
And that way it's
Does
like
not.
when people actually meet him, they're like,
What about a mix of the two?
you seem actually kind of really nice. It's like, why are you a hermit? It's like, because I hate people.
Because nature's better than everything else.
Yeah,
I'd rather go live in the nature.
yeah. So there you go.
We get along swimming.
There you go. Now you're getting it.
I'm almost thinking like a mix between the two.
Cool.
Between
I
the
like
Decker
it.
Cane and like the Surfer Bro, trying to find that mix seems like on like where it fit. Because I'm not going for older one. I think they live up to like 500 years. So my guy will be like 80 to 100, but he's still young for a furball.
Right. But yeah,
The anatomy
I could
does
see-
seem kind of like that old man vibe.
Yes. The anatomy seems like it would give that kind of a voice out of a creature like that. Because are they rather large? I guess that would be another good question.
Are they what? Sorry.
Are they large?
No, they're just medium-sized humanoids. Humanoid-like creatures.
They're probably a
Maybe.
touch larger than like humans on average. Not like
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Goliath or anything like that. But
Yeah, they're still more traditional humanoids, but maybe like
Okay.
I don't know why that fucking spell.
Maybe okay. So, a softer, elderly-ish voice would be a nice counterpoint to something big and burly like that. On the inverse, though, the anatomy would definitely give it a deeper voice. So you could go with, something along the lines of this, perhaps.
something with that kind of deeper.
Right. But, make sure to hit a few high-pitched notes as well, so you kind of round it out.
Well, of course.
Yeah, there you go. Something like that.
Kind of got that pep in the step still, even though you got a deeper voice.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because, they do look like they're fed. With those ears.
Yeah.
And they have to deal with animals, so they have to have a pretty good vocal range.
That makes sense. Given that they are often naturally druidistic already. If they're druids, that's one of the classes that they just kind of naturally go towards with their lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the character that I've got here, I'm going lazy mode for the voice acting on it.
Are you gonna go for like a full robot style or just regular speech?
Kind of a mix. Think C-3PO without so much British influence. I am Waitho. I am here to help you. Unless you do not need help, which is fine. I will be happy to just stand here and observe. For real.
Next up on the list of things to give everyone gets at least one secret. If you guys would rather play with 2 secrets each, we can do that.
What's a secret? Aside from a secret.
We get secrets? Why?
They're little hooks that may play into the story at some point, or maybe they don't. Just depends on how things go.
Can I buy them in bulk and get like a few more?
You want all the secrets?
Yes.
I was gonna say they may not actually be a beneficial thing to give to Wayfo. Because he would just share them with others.
I mean, they're not so much secrets like, I can't share this. It's more of it. You could share it if you want. Maybe you don't. It's up to you.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's not something you have to keep secret, but...
I want all of the secrets. Give me the maximum amount that I'm allotted to have.
Can my secret be that I'm actually a god?
My secret is I am Hercules, actually. But I just forgot.
No, I don't think that's quite one of the options for...
Oh, if I can't be Hercules, can I be one of Zeus's many millions of kids?
No.
Damn it. I feel like I had a fair shot at that one, honestly.
I mean, you might think you are. That's certainly possible.
You can be the unnatural joining between a giant and a raccoon. And the output just happened to look like a furbolg.
It just magically wound up like that. You just got lucky.
And you get to choose which one was the mother and which one was the father. Either way, it's not a pretty sight.
Alright, so to get your secrets, roll a d17.
Well,
Or if you want multiple secrets, roll multiple d17. I'll let you have up to 3.
oh sure, why not? Why not roll 2 of them? I got a 10 and a 7.
9, 11, and 15.
Alright.
And of course, Elena and I share a secret.
Aha. But of course.
Oh, you actually have a character name now, Tora, huh?
Tor.
Yeah.
I like it.
Alright.
Tora the Explorer.
So, sorry, you said roll 2d17, right?
1 to 3 of them, depending on how many secrets you want your character to have.
I rolled all 3. I want all the secrets I can have. I think Scott rolled 2 and Elena rolled 1.
Alright.
Yes, I rolled 2.
Oh, whoops. I didn't put the space in there, damn it.
And as soon as you said Tora the Explorer, that reminded me of one of the one of the wonderful memes that I see on 9gag every once in a while. When someone like reposts junk, they had this Dora the Explorer one go, okay, OP, where's your original content? And it shows, I think it's Squidward going, I don't have any. And she goes, louder! I don't have any.
Elena, I've got yours added to your character sheet at the bottom of your inventory. That was the 7. Unfortunately, that secret does not make sense for Scott characters, so we'll bump that up to the next number that does make sense.
Okay.
That secret required conditions about being born, and in which you were a construct.
Ouch.
Constructs
Cold.
matter too.
Man, I'm feeling oppressed here. Can't believe it.
All right, let's
Wow,
see.
Beginning night, we already got some prejudice going on.
Click on the
Constructs.
text itself, not the icon, and it'll pop down. And I think show it to you, maybe.
See, she is not a sweet, sweet summer child.
Yeah, you gotta click
Or-
on the text, not the icon. The icon pastes it there. Click on the text, displays it.
Oh,
Unless it's all it displays.
I'm trying to see what. All right, let's. It'll be in your inventory. I will also add it under the items tab, not the compendium, but the items tab, where you can see it better.
It'll be useful.
Yeah.
That's.
Let's see.
I could
Alright.
throw magic stones at myself.
Nice.
I can
totally
target myself
should.
and throw rocks up straight in the air and hit me with.
All right, Elena.
Totally
Under the
should.
items tab, you
I
should
missed.
have a folder for decks, a secret deck, and then your item there, and you should be able to view it a bit better.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be right back.
Why?
'Cause I have to.
Maybe that.
Yeah, since I have a background that has no support, I had to do up the biography completely freehand here. So, Weifo's appearance is he is a slender humanoid with bronze skin and golden eyes that glow softly. Personality traits is he is inquisitive to the point of annoyance, but he tries not to be rude. And one of his flaws that obviously everybody will notice is that he has difficulty making his own choices, and so he often leaves even important decisions about his own life to others.
Alright, I have found the ideal solution. I will edit the text of the item so that it says what it does. That seems like the smart thing. Alright.
That sounds very exciting.
Let's see. That's Elena's. Brandon's. All 3 of them.
Hey, if you want everybody to start teasing Elena, would you just say, "Hey, Macarena"?
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Good one. Good one.
No, it was pretty horrible.
Seven.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I had to pet the pupper. She was downstairs, so it took a little longer.
Aw. What kind of puppers?
The Luna, our golden doodle. She was just laying downstairs with Dad while he's playing on the PC. So I was like, I gotta pet her a little bit.
We currently have a Bernie Doodle visiting us.
Aww.
And let's see.
That's cute.
It's not so much cute as it is massive.
Fair.
I'm not even joking. This dog is just like, holy crap. Very, very sweet dog, but
Massive.
massive.
That's fair.
Like when he's a good boy and he sits, his head reaches my belly button, and I'm 6'2".
Dang.
Yeah. He could fairly easily fit my face in his jaws.
Nice.
What are these secrets? I've been around the block, apparently.
I have no secrets.
Yeah, I'm getting yours added right now, Wayfo. Yeah, Brandon, your secrets are something else.
His secrets are just like I'm gay.
Now tell me,
can't tell
the
anyone.
first one, do you have something set up to make the active use of it yet?
I can do that.
So that's a lot
I've
of
not done that
things.
yet.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to worry about doing it tonight, obviously, but just for next time.
Yeah.
Okay, this. Apparently, my guy has a dark past.
You can't give us hints. We have to figure it out on our own. We have to figure out what a piece of shit you are as we go.
Everything
you don't want to
he's
know.
Talking about is all about, you know, the fact that he cries afterwards, and he has paid the prostitutes not only for the services but then for the hush money afterwards. That's all it is.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Really not that big of a deal. Pretty obvious.
Oh dear God. Life got a lot scarier in the Icewind Dale.
Scott, is your character the kind of person who would fall in love potentially?
it would not be impossible. But he's
Right.
really
Or at least hit on somebody, or even in passing.
no. If he did so, it would probably be a horrific misunderstanding and misuse of terminology.
With the
Lost in
charisma
translation.
of a unwanted roach, he hits on a woman.
That's so funny.
There's
Wait, do I have my
a
secrets
picture
yet?
to show you
mhm.
like rough size
How
of
big
this
he is?
beast.
Jeez.
Yes. And like
That's-
the plug that's there in the wall, that's about 12 inches from the ground.
That's about a foot up. It looks
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes.
That's a big boy.
Yes.
Real cute, but real big.
Yup. And he's very, very sweet, and he's very, very playful. He's most of the time, so he's very, very chilled. He's just like, I have a ridiculously huge body, and it takes a lot of energy for me to move. I'm just going to lay here.
I will
But then,
just
but then he just gets wound up, and he's like, I want to play. And normally he likes to play tug, and so he'll come over to me to play tug, and he doesn't do it anymore. He would sit there and play tug with me, and I grabbed him and just pulled him across the carpet. And he was like, "Hey, I'm supposed to pull you off the chair. You're not supposed to drag me across the room." It was pretty funny.
All right, everyone should have all of these secrets that they rolled for.
Oh boy.
Brandon's, yours were by far the most unusual.
And the fact that I got 3 of them too.
Yeah.
It's not just the fact that I got the unusual ones. I got 3. All of them are unusual. I was just happy.
Where do we find said secrets?
It is under your inventory.
Okay.
Probably the bottom item on there.
Bottom item of your loot, so the very, very bottom.
Okay.
I like to imagine that just like all of these
Wow.
happen in a cycle.
It was one long adventure for you.
I had a hell of a campaign that I never got past level 1 on.
That's
How am I only level 1 after experiencing all of this? That's a really solid question.
well, you just didn't really learn from your experiences.
Apparently, I didn't.
Or maybe
Apparently, I
you
didn't.
slacked off for a couple of years and, kind of lost your progress. Maybe.
Back.
I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab some water, guys.
Okay.
Should I change token to? Is that something we're supposed to do, or is that something you don't care about?
Sorry, what was that?
Should I change my token? Like the prototype token.
I'll go ahead and set up the token stuff this week.
Okay. And then on the bottom it says, or at the finishing up items, you can view your vision options under the vision tab, and then under resources tab, it says you'd like us to select bar 1 as attributes.
I'll go ahead and take care of that myself this week. Some of that stuff's changed slightly since I wrote that.
Okay, gotcha. Cuckoo. Well then I think I'm done with everything. Looks like it. I also am going to run and grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
What monstrosity have you turned my character into, by the way?
Hey, it wasn't my choice for you to roll 3 of them.
You never rolled one of them. The best part is not even one of them fits my character. Like, only one is like moderately in my character's. I drink real what would happen.
The fucking stone makes sense, but literally the other two just are so out there. Apparently, I was wild before I became very mellowed out.
Maybe that's why you.
Yeah,
know,
that's why I mellowed out. I had some shit.
Let's see. Alright, Brandon, you should have an orc stone in your inventory. Set up and ready to go.
Woo!
Character got so much more interesting.
Yeah, no, this went from a level 3 to level 23 on a 10-point scale in about 5 seconds.
If you think that one of those is too far out of there, I would allow swapping one of them out. There are a couple others that haven't been used yet.
Yeah, the pirate one might be a little excessive. I'm not gonna lie. It's interesting, but I'm not sure entirely if that really fits. Because that's pretty gruesome. Yeah, I don't think my character. I don't know. Like, I could see the runaway one. Same with the arcs. The pirate one, I think that's pushing it really far. I don't think I can see my character like doing that at some point. I could try and push it in, but yeah, no, that'd be like it means that basically from then to now, my character would have had to have had a 180-degree turn in character. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only one that's like, yeah, that might be really hard to push into this character. So if you think you might have one that might fit a bit better, then I'd probably take that over this. If you're really going to try and make this work, I can, but that's a massive deviation from the character that I went with.
I whispered one to you that might fit a bit better for you. What do you think?
Let's see.
I've got another one that might work well too if you don't like that one.
That was not bad. It fits a lot more. If you want to show me the other one, I can decide between the two, but that one definitely fits a lot better than the pirate one.
Tell me what you think of it. It's probably the more powerful of the two.
I like that one a lot because that goes with the fact that initially there was a thought with this character that I was raised by like polar bears or something. That goes along with that a lot.
Perfect.
There was a lot of ideas that I had for this druid, and that one goes really close to what one of them was. I like it. That one, I think that one actually rounds the character out a lot more than the others do. This one rounds it out a lot more and doesn't make him seem crazy and out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've returned.
Hey. We just swapped out one of my secrets so it doesn't completely break what my character's about.
Makes sense.
So yeah, now all 3 secrets I have actually go pretty well. So they all fit what my character might do.
Yeah,
Rather than making it be like I had a time in my life where I was literally a completely different person.
Yeah, since you don't have anymore, I'll say what it was. The one that we got rid of for him. He had served aboard the Dark Duchess, a pirate ship from the city of Luskin. After the vessel got stuck in the ice, everyone but the captain abandoned the ship and fled to 10 towns. We got lost in a blizzard along the way. I was the only one who made it, and only by eating my mates.
Yeah.
The ship and its treasure are still out there.
Wow.
Suffice to say, that didn't really go with my druid too well.
Hold on. Hold up. Why would that not go with your druid?
I don't
hear me out. He goes through all that and then realizes that nature has other ways of surviving.
I thought about it.
He went into his druidic path.
I thought about it. I still didn't like it for where the character was. And the other secret that we decided on was actually really close to something that I initially wanted.
Mm-hmm.
It was not at all where I thought like had envisioned the character going, and I didn't like it.
Okay.
It basically
Fair
was a
enough.
dark past, and I was like,
Fair enough.
I thought about that too. Like I could be like, I realized, how important nature is and preserving it is, that I wouldn't do it again. But I just it didn't go with it. I didn't like it. So yeah, Colin gave me another one that actually fits really well with my character. And then I still got the other 2 that I initially rolled that are still very unique and interesting that I can fit in.
If someone decides they would like to be a pirate cannibal, the roll is open.
Well, I am afraid I do not need to eat, so that option does not work.
So what you're saying is you ate them just for fun.
For fun.
I wanted to experience the mouthfeel.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to know the texture.
Yeah, for educational purposes.
If somebody ever asked me the question, what does human flesh taste like? I tried it on a bunch of people to make sure I knew what to say.
Well, it would depend. Are you talking human, dwarf, elf, halfling, gnome?
Yeah, I can list all of the races.
Or orc. I have sampled all of those.
Mm-hmm.
No, that would be terrifying.
That would drastically change what your character would interacted to. Ever find out about that? Usually everybody's really scared around
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, especially it's like, what race are you? I'm
tasted pretty.
curious.
Last time I had one of those, they tasted pretty good.
Well, no, what's worse is insatiable curiosity. I haven't tried your species yet.
Oh God. The fear.
part of me kind of hopes that my character dies pretty quick, so I can try another thing that I've like had an idea for just like just now.
Oh gosh.
Well, I could help with that.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna play it. We'll see what happens.
I
but-
mean, I can change my whole character. I'll take the pirate cannibal back. We can fix that real just lickety split.
Yeah, what is going to be your character, Jacob?
the one that I've made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's basically a wizard investigator, more or less. So a mage guild or wizard guild.
That's
I
right.
guess you
He's a
could
witch
say,
hunter.
yeah, yeah. He's more of a mage archaeologist. So his job's to go out and look for stuff that guild has leads on, that kind of thing.
Hmm. Okay.
Yep, a bookworm, more or less.
I like it.
And with your character
Bookworms are handy.
stats, it's totally reasonable that your character will die
I
sometime
know.
soon.
I know.
8 hit points
Yeah.
and an armor class of 9.
Oh
Yep.
dear God.
Yep.
I thought I was frail at 9 and 15.
I
You
figured
troll
I'd
me.
try. I figured I'd try something a little bit weaker this time because I always play something that's designed for like combat. So I went with something a little bit more
You are definitely a frail wizard.
You know what?
bookwormy. Bookwormy. Yeah.
I gotta
Scholar.
say, Jacob and the other group, I did the same thing.
Yeah.
For the last campaign that we were on, which we're actually finishing up.
Mhm.
Or no, we just finished that up, didn't
Yeah,
we?
just finished.
Yeah. And so I had wanted to create a bard because they usually have a lot of skills, very knowledgeable in different stuff. And so I kind of wanted to make a character that would be useful to the group
Mhm.
when they weren't in combat. And
Mm.
then I saw that there was such a thing as a mastermind subclass for rogue. And I went, I need this in my life. So I went from rogue to multi-classing in, or from bard into a multi-class of rogue.
Mhm.
Didn't take another dip into bard ever again.
Yeah.
I think he stayed level 4 bard and went all the way up to level 16 rogue.
Mhm.
Dude, the lowest he could roll on some of his dice was a 23.
Jeez.
Because he had an ability that anything he was proficient in, he could not roll anything less than a 10.
Jesus.
That's
And he
nuts.
had stuff that he was proficient in that he had like plus 13 to the roll.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he became like super insane for like perception and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And the comical part of it, because of the way I was trying to design him and everything, like, first of all, he never wore armor. Played the entire campaign armorless because, first he was a bard. So he was just wearing, troubadour outfit, that kind of stuff.
Okay, but hold on. What was his dexterity?
His dexterity was a 20.
Yeah, because my
he had eventually an armor class of 15.
Okay.
And that was the best he had.
Well, that's
So what was his like starting AC at then? I think that's what he's kind of what he's asking
14.
too.
He started off with an armor class of 14. So he only bumped it up once, all the way up to level 20. But in combat, he wasn't that great of a DPSer. But indirectly, I should say, he caused more damage than any of the other characters around.
His utility did so much like work.
Okay. I'm going to shoot this guy over here with my bow. And because there's another character next to him, I get sneak attack. Cool. Bonus damage. And as my bonus action, I'm going to give this character who's standing next to him advantage. Doesn't matter who's across from him. He's within X amount of feet away. I can distract him and give the other character advantage. That, along with a plain old run-of-the-mill fighter who stayed 100% pure fighter, we have seen some of the biggest damage rolls in the history of our campaigns thus far.
Dang.
I believe the one was around 260 something in one turn.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's insane, actually. What the heck?
What the fuck?
That was
It was 4 attacks, I think. Was it 4 attacks that he got, and then he got a bonus because of crit? And then he second winded?
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Yeah, so he normally gets 4 attacks. He had a feat that if he gets a crit, he gets an extra free attack.
Oh
Then
my
he
gosh.
gets action surge for 4 more attacks. He's got improved critical, so anything above 18 or higher automatically crits. So out of those 9 attacks, he had several crits. On top of that, he had a potion of giant size, which what that does is 1, it bumped his strength up a couple points, and 2, the weapon damage went from like a single D8 or D10 to like 3D8 or 3D10.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot of damage for one person to push out in a turn.
It was
holy
insane.
shit.
But it's also a really good pointer of that's a class that hardly anybody ever plays anymore.
What rogue?
Fighter.
Just plain old
fighter,
fighter.
yeah. Plain old fighter, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
the other option if I didn't go
fighter-
druid, was going to be just a straight fighter, most likely.
Yeah, fighter is like the one, one of the classes that I very first started out in D&D with, and it's like the one I always think about coming back to, but I like try to force myself to do other stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's right now, we're also in the phase of like, we haven't played for as long, so we're like, oh, we have all these other stuff we haven't tried. Let's experience that, you know?
That's kind of what I'm doing,
Mhm.
yeah.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I've got
that's
plenty of
actually
time to
what
play
I'm
other
doing tonight.
classes. Yeah, trying to
They're
do
playing
ways
Construct,
to monk.
right?
I decided to do a Warforged, yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played one.
That's one of those like, yeah, give it a shot. It's like one of those, I know at some point I'll do another fighter again. Just want to keep trying out other builds, learning
And
the
I
game
have to
more
say,
too.
the concept of it, I kind of dig.
What, the Warforged?
Yeah. I don't know if I would be like, oh yeah, this is going to be my standard go-to.
I almost would for a combat class. If I wanted like a really, really strong combat class, like I said, I did a barbarian of them once, and I really liked it. It just feels so bulky and strong,
Well, see,
and I like a lot of the perks that it gives.
I could even see it being kind of fun, if you did a magic class with a Warforged.
Just for the extra bulk that it has too. Or what?
No, the biggest thing really is the kind of absurdity of it. Of here's this thing that is a construct that is capable of wielding magic, that sentient beings are the ones that are supposed to be capable of doing that, and only certain very rare special people have the ability to, draw forth and channel magical energy. And so it'd be kind of funny to have this Warforge that anytime people are like, you're a mage, be like, oh yes, it's just a variant form of energy, and and it just starts going through like all the complex mathematical algorithms to explain exactly how it all works.
That would be something like an interesting take on it. I can see what you're getting at with it.
Right. And so it would almost be like sci-fi meets fantasy kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But to everybody else, it's like, well, no, he just fired off magic missile, and it's like, no, I just fired off, 3 micro rockets. I don't care what you see them as. They're 3 micro rockets.
Yeah.
And my nanites have to rebuild them. Hence the reason I can't use it just unendingly.
Mm-hmm.
It does add a very different flavor to it all.
It's thoughts. Just ideas. That's all.
There's always a lot of ideas to make characters. Pretty much limitless.
Well, this one was definitely well, I've been kind of toying with the idea of doing a monk, and then it was like, well, Elena's doing a monk. Ooh, we could be monk buddies. I always like being able to have at least one character that I have an attachment to with my character. It makes me feel like it's more plausible that between the two of us, one of us is going to be like, oh, yeah, this party's okay. We should stick with them, kind of a thing. Because I am just such a antisocial person in general that I'd be like, they're all sus. I'm leaving.
It's fair.
And then I thought of Warforged, and I was like, wait a minute. They're basically like a robot. What if it was a training dummy? That would be hysterical. And yeah, literally it was the 30-second creation of the character. That's how much thought I put into this character.
Yeah.
And sometimes those can be the coolest characters eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So we will see if Wave Ho dies in like 5 minutes or becomes an eternal champion.
Only time will tell.
Only one way to find out.
Because I'm saying it's only going to be one or the other. We will accept nothing less.
Well, if we get dropped in front of a frost troll right at the first, little beginning here, we're either gonna have to run or you're gonna have to prove yourself and maybe die.
Exactly.
So
Right. Exactly.
So I'm sure you'll get your chance.
Hi, buddy. What you doing?
So is there a way to see everybody else's character, like not sheets, but like their images? Just
no.
I can throw them on the map. Let's see where.
Tovin has decided that he wanted to come up in game tonight as well. So he will be playing the ridiculously gigantic dog known as Tovin. Picture for reference. He's there next to my boom mic. Probably hard to see him, with how ridiculously huge my boom mic is. Yes, you're a good boy. Well, that was a good down. I didn't even ask for it.
He says, if I do this, sometimes they give treats, so I will do it now.
Yeah. And that's kind of the thing is I just had some cauliflower rice with some veggies in it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, if there is something that smells delicious up here, I would like to have some. And I'm like, dude, this is a level of spicy you do not want coming out your butt.
You're not prepared for this, dog.
Although this little smart aleck last night ate an entire tray of brownies.
See.
The thing that dogs should avoid because it's chocolate and it's bad for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, yeah, it was pretty good. You got some more? Like, he ate an entire brownie cake. The entire thing.
Well, I mean, he's alive, so I guess that's cool, right?
Yep. And strangely enough, he's had no intestinal issues whatsoever today, which
Hey,
I was sincerely expecting that. I was expecting him to be like, well, this is going to suck.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Wayfo shall attack the troll.
Jacob, one thing I will point out for your character is at level 1, you're supposed to know 6 level 1 spells, not just 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's when you level up, you get 2 new spells, but at level 1, you get 6.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the
Yeah.
wrong page then.
No worries. I figured it might be a bit better if you have more spells.
Well,
the appropriate
maybe
number.
a little bit. Yeah, maybe a little bit.
It'll increase your chances of surviving just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I literally the first time I played a caster was when we did our little one shot, and that was just fucking winging it. Definitely was not building for like a survival kind of a thing. I was just like, fucking level 20, I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And you'll have to kind of, I guess, clue me in here. When it comes to casters, you can cast from like any school of magic unless there's something that says that you have to have like a certain like class trait or, special grouping to do it, right?
Yeah. So as a wizard,
Okay.
it doesn't matter which class or which school you pick from for those general purpose spells.
Sure. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, and last doggy picture. This is just with my fairly large hand for size comparison. Like my fingers can't even reach his throat. They're directly underneath his chin, and that's it.
Big
That
boy.
is one big friggin' dog. He is easily 3, maybe 3.5 feet at the shoulder. Yeah, I'd say about 3 feet. About 3 feet at the shoulder.
Well, is there a reason why it's maybe not letting me add the shield spell for some reason?
Because you're not cool enough to have it, obviously.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
It
honestly.
was adding it. It added
What?
it like 7 times, 8 times.
Damn,
Yep.
something must be wrong with my browser then, because I am not.
Are you in Chrome?
I am, yes, actually in Chrome.
Okay, that makes one of us because I completely forgot to get into Chrome. I'll be right back in there. I think I'll just hop out and hop right back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the page real quick and see.
Although I will say I was flat out flabbergasted that I've been playing around this whole time and built a character while in Firefox.
Yes, stuff like that I found works all right in Firefox. The biggest problem I found with it is switching maps. Sometimes either doesn't load right or takes forever to load, whereas
Gotcha.
Chrome loads them much more consistently.
Well, and I will say the other thing that I did notice is that everything was still very laggy. It was very, very slow in how it moved about.
That may be some of Firefox too. I've not messed with Firefox in a while.
Yeah, and no, it is definitely Firefox, because as soon as I switch over to Chrome, everything just pops much faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so that troll's obviously going down with a killer unarmed strike of 6 hit points.
Ooh, yeah.
That's obviously dropped him.
He's only got
Way to go,
115
bro.
hit points.
Way to take him down.
That's fine. All I'm hearing is I'm supposed to attack him again. So
He'll just attack you back. At 15 points of damage, you're fine, right?
oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
As soon as somebody reassembles me.
Where's that prosthetic limb?
Picked the wrong item, Brandon.
Dang it.
Yes, I could use that prosthetic limb right now. Thank you.
If
I
only
appear
had
to be missing a leg.
So just to make sure I've got this clear, as a level 1 wizard, you can have up to 6 spells prepared, but you only have 2 spell slots, correct?
Right.
Okay, alright. Fantastic.
Datar, you appear to be having a medical emergency. I will attempt to assist you. Emergency medical assistance has been rendered. You are welcome. Have a great day and try not to die again.
I make no promise.
Oh wow, that's trippy. It started me off with 10 darts, but I threw one in combat and it was like, no, you have 9 now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, hold up. We's just practicing now.
Oh
You
yeah.
don't need to be detracting any of my stuff. I'll be
Also,
needing that.
sorry if I'm holding everybody up.
No,
You are. It's your
You're
fault.
fine. I think we've got
do
just about
apologize.
everything that we need to take care of taken care of.
And honestly, Jacob, if you didn't need a little extra time with setting up a wizard, I would be a little worried.
Fair enough. Well, I might have set up one that's prime for dying, but that's what happens when you take, someone who's accustomed to the desk and the library and you throw them in the battlefield,
Well, to be perfectly honest, wizards in general tend to be a bit bookish.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So it's generally just kind of one of those things of, hey, you know what? Just, make sure to protect the mage, because later on they'll be able to protect you.
Yeah. Yep, there you go.
I mean, that's just how it is. Yay!
Okay. I think
My cheap generic replacement drone has been shipped. Yay! Woo! Oh, it cracks me up. It's been like this whole long drama that, I turned around and I got a DJI Mini 2. I don't know if I told you guys that or not.
I don't remember.
So yeah, I've actually got like one of the really nice good ones. But the one that I had before, went wee and crashed like into a river and was gone forever. And so I contacted the company and didn't hear back. And so I turned around and I told my sister-in-law, who had originally gotten the drone for me, I'm like, hey, you know what? I lost this. This is what's going on. See if you can get a refund from Amazon, because I can't. I'm not getting any information back from the company. She's like, okay. So she argues with Amazon about it because, weird circumstances. She bought it back in October. It was given to me as a Christmas gift in April. And she's like, COVID. There should be nothing weird about anything that I have just said. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And so they turned around, they gave her a refund. And so my sister-in-law and my brother turned around, they threw a little bit of extra money into it, and they just sent me the refund plus a little extras, a gift card for me to be able to get the good drone that I've been wanting, which is the DJI Mini 2. So I got that, plus, I had to throw in my own money to be able to get it, yada, yada. So after I've already ordered it, I get this email. Dearest customer, we are sorry for delay. Can you please send flight records from drone? I'm like, no, there are no flight records. And they're like, yes, if you go into app and check out blah, 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 you should find flight records. And I'm like, no, wrong app. That's not the app that I was told to download, to fly your drone. They're like, wait, what? So I showed them all the information. They were like, that's the wrong app. You should never have been using that app. We apologize. So they turned around. They were like, we will send you a replacement drone. This is the same company my sister-in-law's already gotten a refund from. I'm like, yeah, sure. You go right ahead and do that. And nothing. Like a week later, nothing. And I'm like, yo, what's the deal? They're like, very sorry. They were out of stock at the warehouse, which is really rare. But we've got it straightened out. We're going to send you one with the gray casing instead of the white casing, because we have those in stock. I'm like, okay. And nothing. And I'm like, yo, what's the deal? And they were like, really sorry. There was a bad mix-up. It's being sent out now. So I just got an email that said, hey, just to give you an update, it left our facility on 5/28. It is en route. So I'm like, cool, getting another drone for free.
That's pretty cool.
It cracks me up.
What are the specs on the?
It's a Potensic D80 if you want to look it up.
Okay, no, that kind of makes sense. My dad was into doing drones for a while, so I was kind of around that, and I flew a lot of his drones and that kind of thing. So
yeah, it's actually large enough that you have to have it registered.
Right.
brushless motors.
It weighs over, what is it these days? 20-something pounds?
Anything over 250 grams has to be registered.
Oh, I thought you meant registered as in like you had to get the certification, which would be over, I think 20. It's either 20 or 50 pounds. I can't remember.
Oh, that's to get a license.
Yeah.
To be a UAV pilot. Which
I actually have a UAV pilot certificate. I just don't remember fucking half the rules for it.
Yeah, I personally would kind of like to get a UAV license just to say that I have it, but they are, because of COVID and everything, they're just like, so everything to be able to get it is you have to do it in person.
Yeah.
And because of COVID, we are currently not doing anything, but all you have to do is sign up for a class, and it's like, you are so confusing right now. Just stop talking, because the words coming out of your mouth, they're in English, but they're not in order. Honest.
See, for me, because I'm already a pilot, like all I had to do was an online course and then pass an online test, and they issued it to me.
Right.
But yeah, if you're not already a pilot, it's fairly in depth. Like, yeah, you have to go to like a in-person course for most places, and then you got to take a written test and a bunch of other fun stuff. So
yeah, see, and I would love to have a pilot's license. But it just seems like a fairly large expense monetarily for something
nowadays,
that I wouldn't really use.
Oh yeah. Nowadays, a pilot's certificate is stuff really only affordable by people with,
a job,
massive amounts of but people with massive amounts of expendable wealth, unless the intent is to use the certification to get like to a commercial status, you can actually make money doing it. And it's like your educational, debts like everybody gets going to college and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, like getting just a private pilot certificate and staying current as a private pilot is an investment. Like it's a lot of money just to be able to go up in the air and
it's honestly it's one of the many sad things about my father's passing. He died when I was 12, but he was a certified pilot. And I went up with him multiple times, and he was basically teaching me how the plane functioned. At like 10, 11 years old, I was understanding how everything was working internally as far as how to control the plane. And he was like, yeah, he goes, when you're a little bit older, he's like, we can actually get you a license.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but don't you have to be an adult? And he's like, no. He's like, I could get you into class at 13.
Yeah.
And he was planning on doing that. So, I mean,
sure.
Wah, wah.
Well, I mean, it is one of those things where, especially like in the piloting world, it seems like there's a lot of that where, like, there's kind of like an intent, it's like, okay, I want to help somebody get to this point, or, whatever. And life happens, or people die, or people move on, and stuff doesn't get accomplished. And it is one of those things that we see all the time as instructors, is like, oh yeah, I got my private pilot's license like 35 years ago with my dad, and he passed away, or we had to move somewhere, or somebody lost a job and we just couldn't afford to do it anymore, so I went a different way with my life, and I'm trying to get back into it as like a hobby, like whatever, 35 years later. That kind of thing happens a lot.
Well, actually. that's why I'm just kind of like, I'll just do drones.
Dude, drones are really cool. Like I said, my dad's been into it a lot, and I can't remember the exact name of the one that he had, but it flew. I mean, its flying weight was only like 2 pounds or something. It was basically a racing drone. And him and a few of his buddies got into it.
It was probably a Whoop.
something like that.
If it was for racing, and they're ridiculously lightweight. Like
Yeah.
they make my Mavic Mini 2 look like a big fat heavy beast.
Yeah.
And that thing's 249 grams.
Right.
But this is the one that they're sending me a replacement drone,
Okay.
which just cracks me up. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
just send
that's
that
just
to
kind
me.
of
I'll just play with it.
kind of what I was envisioning. But yeah, like theirs had a headset that came with it, so you can, you know, you're basically playing in VR, you know, from the drone and stuff. And dude, that stuff's really cool, man, because you can get up friggin' cooking on those things, and you know, pull inverted loops like through trees and shit, and
oh yeah,
under bridges and crazy stuff. It's fun.
That
It's
definitely
really fun.
sounds like a whoop.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that the D80 is actually designed to do FPV.
Okay. Yeah.
So if I actually invested in getting the VR goggles and everything, I could actually do that kind of stuff. Because the one that I had, I was testing it out, and it has like 3 different speed modes.
Okay.
At the slow mode, that thing would whip. I mean, it was easy, like 10 to 12 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And that's like newbie speeds.
Right.
And so at the fastest speed, I think it was doing over 25 miles an hour.
Sure.
Which is just insane. Now, that is the drone that I currently have. That's the DJI Mini 2. And it is, number one, it's cute. Number 2, it is amazing. It takes phenomenal photos. It's got great video. It can do 1080p at 60 frames a second.
Dang.
That's not bad at all.
Not to mention, it has a 10-kilometer maximum range.
See, I think that's like the big difference in quality between like the one that you have and like the one that my dad was flying at his friends, is like the range and the video quality was like way lower, but the speeds and maneuverability were like like way higher, because I think it topped out at like 80 miles an hour or something like that, like something just crazy fast. Like we'd take it out to soccer fields and just get up to full speed on basically on a downwind.
Yep.
And then turn it back around and rip up the soccer field like all the way, the full length, in like a second and a half. It was crazy.
Well, the other thing with those, that's a huge difference, like from the DJI Mini 2, is the stability in flight.
Yeah.
The racing
DJI's
drones,
made for staying stable, so you can take pictures and stuff like that.
Right. And the racing drones are designed for what you tell us to do, we'll do.
Right.
If you don't tell us what to do, we're probably going to go crash into that bush over there.
Yeah.
Because we have no stability without any pilot input. And the DJI, literally, I can fire up the motors while I'm holding the drone, and then just give a gentle pull down and let go, and it'll hover in midair.
That's pretty cool.
And so, I mean, you can just move it around and position it however you want to just get amazing shots. Just absolutely beautiful. And decent video. And basically, that's the way I look at it is, to me, the drone tech stuff, it's a flying camera. And that's how I look at it. And I think they're really neat tech. I told my buddy Nick that, if he and I ever do trail runs, like doing adventure bike stuff where I can have a support vehicle, that drone's coming with me.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome.
Because it's like, hey, we don't know where this trail goes.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out. Give me a minute. Get it
So
up. Get it up 75 meters and just fly right overhead and check out the whole trail.
So basically, you're planning on doing like exactly what I'm gonna do in this campaign with my fucking summon familiar spell and just conjure an owl to fly
Recon.
ahead and like use its eyes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, I mean, that's what fucking drones were invented for. It's fucking recon. Like that's
Absolutely
like
they
that's
were.
the reason why the tech was developed, was so you can fly a camera ahead of wherever your people are.
Yeah.
And figure out what the fuck's going on. You know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I had been in the military, what, couple of decades later,
Sure.
that's probably what I would have gravitated towards.
Yeah.
I probably would have been a UAV operator.
My old flight school job, my chief pilot, guy by the name of Bill Tuccio, actually flew contract ops for drones for the military, like spotting different insurgency hideouts and spotting targets like vehicular targets and that kind of stuff.
And
flew
I
any
know
predators or anything armed, but just like surveillance stuff.
And I know for a lot of people that would make them really uncomfortable, but I look at that and I go, that actually sounds like fun.
Yeah, well, the upside for it to me is like it is kind of terrifying to know that like your
That you can have
overlords
somebody-
have just
yeah.
that much visual, like thermal, night vision. They even have cameras, which I guess they're not technically cameras. They have like sound wave meters that convert.
LiDAR.
Well, there's LiDAR. There's
Yeah.
definitely LiDAR. But it's like there's stuff that there's cameras that receive sound wave fluctuations. So like
Mhm.
you can look at like a parking lot, and this camera will tell you basically which cars are on and running based on sound waves.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
crazy shit like that. It's like, dude.
Well, and the thing is, the drones are fully configurable. You may not
Right.
have all that packed into one drone, but one return to base and 30 minutes with the tech, and you have it now. Take it out.
It's basically like fucking spellcasting, man. It's fucking crazy.
It is some amazing stuff.
The upside to me, the only like comfortability that I find in it is knowing that all the vehicles and shit are, at least in the present day, still being operated by like another average Joe like me.
Yeah.
The day that I will become uncomfortable is when I hear that, oh, we've developed an AI that's gonna autonomously run all of our drone fleets. I'm gonna be like, nope, fuck you. I'm gonna go to your facilities and burn everything down until you kill me. So.
See, and for me, I would be okay with them having something like that, as long as they had like a rules lock implemented.
Okay.
So that, for example, somebody like, I don't know what was his name. Oh yeah, Obama. Can't just turn around and go, you know what? We should use spy drones against our own people.
Exactly. That's why I'm not comfortable with the premise of not having humans behind the wheel.
Yeah, and see that's really the biggest issue that I have is it's like, look, we have the law, we have rules, but that means nothing if the people who are in charge decide to willfully break them.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You're right. But that being said, I feel like the odds are higher that if there's people behind the wheel, I feel like the odds are higher.
It's going to be harder for them to actually do it.
Well, it'll be harder for them to actually do it, but also like if the command from the top down is telling people to do stuff that's against the law and harmful to our own people, the odds are higher that there will be a whistleblower in the group.
Yeah.
Versus everyone just going, okay, yes, sir, got it. Because these operations involve, countless people doing maintenance, doing, respondency tests, doing the actual vehicle operation, stuff like that. I'm just saying that I think the odds of people, doing at least close to the right thing, at least saying something, are higher than everyone being like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to do it.
Even, especially after, whether you agree with him or not, Snowden.
Yeah.
Snowden showed everybody, oh, no, wait, you can actually, like, whistleblow up against some of the top level government agencies.
And you'll only have to live in Russia for the rest of your life. It's fine.
Yeah, but the thing is, he didn't just simply comfortably die of a heart attack.
Right.
He's actually still alive.
Right. I mean, you got
And a lot of those agencies, you know, there used to be the running joke, for example, the CIA gives great heart attacks.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
They earned those jokes.
Sure. And
so to have somebody do something like that, that kind of gives other people an encouragement of, yeah, hey, when you see something that's wrong, it doesn't matter what the repercussions are, you do the right thing.
Well, and I mean, like him or hate him, it's the same thing with fucking like Julian Assange. Like, I know there's tons of things being said about him, but he did the same thing. You know, he proved that you can get the word out there. It is going to destroy your reputation and your career because everyone that works for these agencies will find a way to destroy you. But you're not necessarily going to die from doing the right thing, more or less. It's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But everybody should know that. You know, when it comes to doing things like whistleblowing, you should know ahead of time that it's not what the establishment wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I get you.
I love it. Love it.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know, wait. I just realized Jacob is like the more gainfully employed out of all of the players who aren't directly related to the GM. Your character always seems to survive, Jacob.
Yeah. funny thing, isn't it? That my daring escape at the haunted house and
any chance you could allow us to check your Venmo for just a minute?
Hey, he did buy snacks last week when we played.
Yeah, he did. He did fund the room with all the drinks and all that. So I mean,
and I did miraculously survive that encounter as well.
Mm-hmm.
As did I.
It's strange how these things work out.
Yeah.
Strange how he never dies.
Man. Well, that's good. That's good. I am therefore planning to have an absolutely fantastic time come October then.
Yeah. It'll be a good time.
Especially since I will be offering to cook up steaks.
Hell.
So what's the plan for October? What's going on?
Well, they had the Niwala Festival.
In Independence.
Ah, yes.
Kansas.
Yeah, they do.
Scott's planning to go down there. I'm planning to take some time off and go down there too.
Okay.
If you can manage to get down there, then fuck. Yeah, come on down for a few days.
When does it start? Isn't it the week before Halloween?
It's isn't it like the second half of the last full week of October?
Yeah.
I am going to be going out there on the 20th, I think.
Yeah, so I think Niwala itself will be the 27th through the 30th officially, I assume.
Let's just
that makes sense.
No, it's the full week prior. So
it is.
It's I think it starts on the 25th is when they first start to have activity.
Did they used to do it so it's just like the last few days of the week? I thought it used to start on like Wednesday.
It's almost like I wish we had like a place where we could actually go and look this up.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Because it's kind of more of just like a folk thing. It's like just a community thing. Like there's not like a website for it or
no, there is.
No, that was me
Never
being
mind.
a smart aleck. Yeah, so October 22nd, Friday, is the first thing. That's the Mary Poppins.
The downtown, street festival is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The last full week of October.
Yeah,
that's what I usually refer to.
Yeah, so from that Friday all the way through to Saturday, the 30th. They're going to have stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, the biggest thing is the food stands. And they
Yes.
open on Wednesday, the 27th. That is, and it's sad to say, but that is what probably draws the largest percentage of the thousands of people.
Mm.
Is 5 solid blocks of food trucks of all different types.
Yep, and most of it's pretty bitchin'.
I mean, I guess the carnival has some.
Depends on
draw.
your age. Young
Yeah.
children might enjoy the carnival more than the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Well, I might be able to actually make it down there, like for the 28th or maybe the 29th.
Come down for like
maybe,
a couple days or something.
Maybe even
overnight.
Halloween. But I'm actually going with Olivia. We have a trip from the, I think, 20th through the 27th to Salem, Massachusetts.
Ooh,
actually.
nice.
Yeah, so that'll actually be the main
yeah.
event for us for Halloween.
Are you going to be taking the tours that they have there?
Oh yeah.
Where you get to learn how many witches actually died in Salem?
Yeah, how many died and like what they died for and how they killed them and all that fun stuff. And
Nice.
Yep. By the way,
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
The correct answer is 0.
Wow, spoiler.
Every single person that died at Salem was an innocent.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It was basically just all superstition. Now I've also read and listened to a couple different like podcasts that talk about how some of that rhetoric is questionable. That not like, none of the people were practicing witchcraft and that it was, it was all just paranoia.
Yeah,
I've heard that some of that is falsified and that there are some records and some things that are historical, but just there's a debate over them, and that's part of the reason why there's a varying numbers between 0. There's everybody killed was falsified information,
right.
versus there were some people practicing witchcraft and some weren't.
I personally have found it fascinating some of the theories that they've had. Of the possibilities of like hallucinogenic molds.
Yep.
And things like that as to
yep.
what caused it. But also, I'm somebody who has studied the paranormal for longer than I wish to admit.
Sure.
But there was a place that I learned of that I investigated with a group that was absolutely terrifying. If I remember correctly, it was called Ray Myers Hollow. And it's a little place in Pennsylvania. And man, I tell you what, you make sure if you go into that place, you go in there at like 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And you get out by 2 in the afternoon.
Fair enough.
We went in sometime around 4:30 in the afternoon. We were driving around trying to find the main center area of the hollow, which was supposed to be where this one guy's house was that he was burned alive in and all.
Okay.
We got lost. We could not find what we were looking for, nor could we find the exit to get back out of the hollow. And the sun set on us. And it was one of those things where everything looked weird. Nothing looked quite right in the headlights. Fog would just appear out of nowhere and then be gone in another 30 yards. We even actually had what I'm hoping was an apparition we had stopped at one point because we were trying to check, like, because this is pre-GPS. So we were trying to check a map to try to kind of get a rough guesstimate as to where we were, because this is all gravel roads. None of the signs were posted. You know, it was a lot of guesswork.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy was driving, and he looks up in the rearview mirror, and he's like, "Wait, do you guys see that too?" And I mean, he was just like unnaturally calm about it. And so I turned around and I looked through the rear window, and there is a dude about 6'2", 6'4", kind of heavy set, with a huge machete walking up the road straight to us. And I turned and looked at him. I said, "Do you mean a ridiculously large dude with a machete?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "You should be driving now. Drive now. I don't care where. Drive." I mean, and we got out of there, but I mean, it took us almost 6 hours of driving around to be able to find the exit. And if he hadn't had the wherewithal to fill up just before we had gone to the hollow, we would have been out of gas long before we had found the exit. And then, I mean, that's a terrifying thought in and of itself.
Sure. Yeah. Dude, I'm betting it was out kind of just in the boonies, wasn't it? Out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes. Yeah, it was just this place that he had heard of. It had a really interesting story behind it. He always wanted to check it out. And we were like, you know what? It's still early in the day. It's only like an hour and a half drive from here. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's kind of like you gotta go wing it sometimes. I mean, quick pause in this conversation. Does anybody have to be like at work tomorrow morning? I know it's Memorial Day, but I'm just checking because I don't want to keep everybody here super late. If Colin still has stuff that he wants us to do for introductions and stuff.
I think I'm good, and I don't have work tomorrow, so
I'm off tomorrow, and then your errands are run. I'd be waking up at 11 at least anyway. So
I am off and on. I still have niece duties to make sure she's doing okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
Her boyfriend was already here and took care of her with the icing and everything, and doing some physical therapy with her. I mean, she broke it a week ago from today. They had to put a rod in.
Oh shit! I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so she's got a titanium rod going from just below her knee, almost down to her ankle.
Fuck me.
Because she broke the tibia and the fibula.
And how did it happen? Sorry.
She was roller skating. She took a nasty spill and twisted her leg underneath of her.
Oh
shit!
Yeah.
How old is she?
30, I think. Right around 30, 31, something like that.
Yeah, and especially at that age, bones don't.
Well, and she's type 1 diabetic, so.
Oh shit! Fuck.
Extra fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, damn. Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you up too late.
Oh no,
if you
it's
think
fine.
you're gonna be busy in the morning, but
no,